Nightmare Real, and you're watching Mission Boxing today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, so Dillian Whyte on his Instagram account, he came out and said he wants to fight Dominic Breazeale for the WBC silver title. Let me turn this down, man. Watching this Breazeale versus Ugano fight again. It was a damn good fight. But anyways, Whyte came out and said he wants to fight Breazeale for the vacant WBC silver title. I think it's a good fight. I like where Dillian Whyte's going with this. Whyte knows that he's going to have to earn his way up the ranks and get a title shot. I'm glad that he's not too much harping on Stiverne being granted the interim title without fighting an interim title fight. A lot of us thought that the WBC was going to order, because they said they were going to order Stiverne versus Ortiz or Dillian Whyte. We all kind of thought that was going to happen, and it didn't. So Whyte has pretty much moved on. He has to. There's no reason to cry about it. And he says he wants Breazeale. Now, I'm looking at the rankings here. WBC rankings with guys that are available to fight. One, Stiverne, okay, he's fighting Wilder. 2, Ortiz, 3, Pulev. Both of those guys are mandatory. Ortiz for the WBA, he's the mandatory challenger. Pulev's for the IBF, he's the mandatory challenger. Okay, so let's cross them out. Then you got 4, Dillian Whyte. Okay, number 5 is Ruiz, 6, Takam. If the WBC decides to make Whyte versus Ruiz or Takam for the vacant silver title, I wouldn't mind those fights, okay? 7, Duhaupas, he just coming off a loss against Povetkin. He actually held the WBC silver title before it just became vacant. He had the title. He was scheduled to fight Carlos Takam. And before that fight can take place, Duhaupas stepped in for Stiverne when he elected not to go ahead with the fight with Povetkin after Povetkin's drug test came back. So then Duhaupas stepped in. Therefore, he had to relinquish that title because the WBC was not going to sanction that fight. All right, Takam went on ahead and fought, what was a Polish guy he fought in China, in Macau? Marcin Rokowski. He ended up fighting him. Knocked him out vicious, too. Okay, then you got number 8, Gerald Washington. He's just lost to Deontay Wilder. It's a good fucking fight, man. Number 9, Mariusz Wach. Don't want to see that. 10, Andre Radinko. He just beat Mike Malo, and I think he beat somebody else. And then number 11, Dominic Breazeale. This isn't a bad fight for the silver title. Both of these guys will be coming off, if this fight were to be made, both these guys are coming off slugfest, fight of the year type of fights. Chisora and Dillian Whyte, fight of the year type of fight last year. Then you just had this Ugano and Breazeale fight, another fight of the year type of fight. Both these guys are both young, strong. They only lost one time to Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? So Breazeale showed he has heart, toughness. He'll get off the canvas. You see what he did with Ugando. You see what he did with Mansour. Even with Joshua, even though he was getting beaten up in that fight, he did come to fight. He tried to lay it on the line, man, but Joshua just a superior fighter, much more superior than him in the ring, man. So nothing to scoff at, man. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing to be ashamed of that you lost to Anthony Joshua. So I think it'd be a good fight, entertaining fight. Dillian Whyte wants to fight. We'll see what Breazeale, if he's going to respond to this, if this is even possible. But curious to see what the WBC does with this. And I like to see this type of fight anywhere, whether it's the UK, whether it's over here in the States. I like to see this type of fight anywhere. But what do y'all think about this fight? Dillian Whyte versus Dominic Breazeale. Not so much who you think, well, you could leave who you think will win, but not so much about who will win, but just the prospect of this fight being made for that vacant silver WBC title. And there have been some good fights for that silver title too, man. I remember Povetkin fought Takam in the WBC silver title fight, and Helenius and Duhaupas. That was an upset. Duhaupas ended up knocking out Helenius. So I think it's a good one, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, or would you rather see Whyte fight Ruiz or Takam? I'm good with those fights too. Whyte versus Ruiz or Takam or Breazeale. Any one of those 3 fights I'm good with. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.